Oh, hello everyone. My name is Wade the Wallaby, and I'm bored. And I don't know what to do. And I had ideas for something. I guess we'll talk about Minecraft Villager Labs. Let's see what I did. Um, well, let's just say that it's going to be impossible to film or record on the what is it ow, um on the OBS. For some reason, when I record, it lags. I don't want to do it again because I'm just too afraid that it's just gonna do it and it's just gonna go haywire. So I decided not to do it. So um I um um so I'm gonna see if you know how to use OBS or what setting to use for to make it not lag, because I have a good computer and I have Windows 07, and because I don't want to have that lag again, because I really want to show you my creations on Minecraft, but because OBS won't work on Minecraft, but it works on other games, well, it doesn't lag like that, like really bad, like, oh my god, it lags so bad, and I have no idea what's going on. So if you see I have a haircut, yeah. Um, I don't know how to fix that. I mean, I tried putting down to more resolution low, but I don't want to lose that 1080p, because I really want the high resolution, but not too high resolution. I want that good HD with all the graphics perfect for the viewers. And I'm so happy that I did to that and able to do that. That's amazing. This is a big milestone. When I figured out how to work OBS, oh my god, if I had my other channel, I probably would have more people subscribing more because of me. 126. It would have been maybe a year later, probably would have reached 200. Well, at the scale of my subscribers, because the more subscribers, most likely get more subscribers. But because I was so young back then, I really didn't know how to change stuff. And because I used Stream mobily, because at the time they didn't, for some reason, YouTube decided, hey, let's just make sure that the person has 1,000 subscribers for them to stream mobily. That's what stopped my production of recordings. And one of them I had to delete because it was copyright music. And I have it downloaded into my computer, and I say in the far future, I would basically re-upload it again to remove that music. But in the meantime, I'm going to save it for later, because as the SpaceX Dragon 2 capsule, but it was before that. So I, basically, kept it. So yeah, I really wanted to show off my design. Actually, let me go back to history. Way back in 2012, or at least from that year, I actually did. If you look on my channel, you can actually see some of the old videos that I did post, but these were recorded, but they were supposed to be on YouTube, because I wanted to have a channel that early. If I did, I probably would be in serious trouble, because I didn't know how sensitive copyright was. I didn't know the creating me guidelines of, I mean, I was nice, because I was young, but when I decided to get matured and more known about things, I started making hate comments. And That's possibly why I got terminated. Possibly. If it is, then that's the problem. Because it's really, it wasn't, well, that is the only explanation, the only reason. And the reason why I want to get rid of this channel is because my other channel had no warnings. This channel has warnings. So if I'd be able to just get in my other channel, which I probably lost a lot of subscribers, at least recover my old videos and then re-download them, and then finally gain my life back together, and then I will have my 100% sanity level for the first time since January 5th, 2019. I mean, when that day happened, my life went to a depression. That because of that, my videos, my life, my people vanished. And the only way to get a lot of them back was actually because of my fellow friends at school. However, since the coronavirus, I wasn't able to, well, things have slowed down, but people are staying home more. But it's not like a school which I can actually, talk about it and people will start liking me. But that's how I got there, by me broadcasting myself, allowing me to get out there and telling people. But because that happened, I lost my movies. I lost that I bought from YouTube. So basically, YouTube owes me money because they won't let me play it because it's on my other channel. So yeah, YouTube is violating my rights, actually, because, well, not rights. Well, remember, I'm autistic, just to give you that. Just please brush it off the letters and never mind. You get it. You get it. Okay. I didn't mean that. Sorry. I just took my medicine. Well, not just, but I should be fine. That's why I'm kind of a bit relaxed right now. Actually, too relaxed. I guess my mom thought I was really hyperactive. Well, let's just get to the point. And I really wanted to, the future of this channel is getting better, but what really pisses me off is the fact that, well, I don't have enough subscribers. But I'm not going to stop there. I'm never going to stop there. If there is a reason I have to stop, if YouTube will just punish me for no reason, then I will just have to make sure that my life exists more than anybody else. Because I shouldn't be punished like this. Because I had bad days, but when this year came around, it really pinned me down. How depressing it was terrible. More depressing than getting almost scammed from Steam. Ow, my ear's ringing. And that was a close one. And I had to force to use Discord. Yeah. And obviously a year later, I now use Discord because I hated it because I was scared, but then I figured out when I did that, I got so many people on my side. I had no idea that they were waiting for me. I had a whole community out there that I did not know. People, well, I haven't had fan art in a while. Maybe because, I don't talk about the Wade the werewolf, Wade the wallaby. Well, the wallaby is there, but there is also another tutorial is Wade the werewolf. And then you have Villager Wade, Normal Wade. Well, yes, absolutely. However, how is this? Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll be right there on Discord. Yeah, I had 2 fan hearts in my life. One of them was the first one, which was, I don't know what happened to him. His name was Pixel Wabbit, and I don't know what happened, but he made my other channel had that icon. And it has a wallaby. I didn't like it first, but then I like it but then somebody else, I did stream it. Somebody else, I don't know who it was, but believe it was Somewhere Bridges or somebody, whoever it was, liked my content and decided to make fan art, furry fan art of me. Well, they're both furry fan art, but me as a quote unquote wolf, not werewolf. They're different. Or my control. But we'll talk about science here. How is that science? Because they don't exist. Wolves do exist, but not werewolves. That's like impossible. We already know that. Okay, thank you. Minecraft, yes. Change the subject, but bear with me. I really will love, but I believe help is on the way, and I will love to have the help that I need. However, there's no however, but the however is, once I do this, there is some going to be interesting things. Remember that Minecraft playlist called Minecraft Wade? Exactly is the part of, the thing. And yeah, I mean, seriously, it's just outstanding. I mean, all right, so okay. Oh my god. Okay. All right. I forgot about this. I have a Twitter account. I keep forgetting to tell you guys that I have a Twitter account. My name is Wade the Wallaby. And you can see the old streams. Don't go too far because, well, you could, but that's just old stuff that I used to have. I liked and I don't like anymore. And that's actually the reasons that I got here. Yeah, so enjoy yourself if you go all the way down. I've seen it, and I'm like, oh my god, who was I? I was really young. Yeah, just Twitter. If you don't have Twitter, that's fine, but yeah. I don't have a Facebook, but the reason why I don't is because, well, I don't want to get made fun of because it's supposed to be a dangerous website where everybody is mean and everybody wants to make fun of each other, hate comments. It's like Reddit, which I don't use Reddit. I never look at Reddit, but Reddit's been around for a while because my mom talks. I say, "Hey, mom, do you know about Reddit?" And she's like, "Yeah, sort of." I guess it's been around for a while. But of course, I wonder if you're a famous YouTuber like PewDiePie. I wonder how YouTube would treat you if you did something like against community guidelines. Would he get terminated and lose all of his work? I mean, unless somebody would hack into his account and then do something bad, which would be impossible because I bet he probably has a YouTube is like, wow, to him because they're getting a lot of money and that's a lot of money. And that, but yeah, he the only two ones that I like is Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. They're pretty good. I don't like Jacksepticeye because he's some sort of Anywho, apparently Markiplier is the richest YouTuber. I found out. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, actually, back in 2015, or yeah, yeah, I always wanted something to talk about, and when back in the time, I didn't know what name I would pick, but Wade the Wallaby was perfect. But before that, well, there was Pig Games. Well, the Pig Games from Villager Labs. However, because it was on my iPad, I accidentally deleted it because for some reason my mom told me to reset it and my message wore off and I was dumb and I accidentally deleted it. And the computer crashed in 2016. I lost my world. I lost everything except for Steam games. I also lost some Kerbal Space Program worlds that were actually. Well, then I started getting Steam, and then that. Then of course, well, if Markiplier, you're probably not listening to this, but if you are, here are some tips of Minecraft, because it seems like you're using water, but you could just use your fist, which in real life don't do that because that won't work. It's a game, all right? Yeah, I put a comment on there. No one's going to look at that. No one. Because, I'm this little guy that's not like used to be up here and these other subscribers that I used to be like, oh my God, I'm above him. And then I'm down here because, all of that stuff is just terrible. It just messes me up. Welcome to the real world. Wow, that was a tongue twister for some reason. Oh my God, it's just terrible. Oh, if you join my Discord, I do have custom emojis. So go ahead and check that out. It's there. Just also, the Wallaby Mom is actually there is actually a Steam version of that. I actually had this since 2017. So you guys check it out. If you have Steam, go look up the Wallaby Mob and you can just friend and join. Actually, it's not Wade the Wallaby. It's Skypix. Skypix. And I had Steam since 2013. And that is a breakthrough. Because, well, of course, gaming industries and all that stuff, especially when you have a server, all right? I'm very young, and I feel like probably would be like a squeaker or something, but on Gary's mod, I remember those days, and when you get banned, and they had this, and of course, one of my favorite servers, I got banned forever because of doing something like, not even like breaking the game or anything, it's just putting down things, and yeah, that was just terrible. That was back in 2015, I think. Yeah, that was kind of a bad year. Maybe. One of my worst years, yeah, when I lost YouTube. That is the worst. The worst of the worst. Worse than my dad, bullying me and thinking he's the alpha. No. Me getting terminated on YouTube, my life just went down to a big hole that went down so deep that I will never recover from. The only other thing that possibly is the other scar is me and my cousins. Well, obviously, if they watch this, then, well, they're going to have to learn a lesson. And yeah, because this is a scar, it's not going to be much matter because this was years ago. Lauren and Kelly. I don't care if they say they don't have their names on YouTube. That's fine because they're my cousins. And obviously, they were, there was a long time ago. So it was this cantaloupe, and they forced me to eat it, but it tastes terrible. And they wouldn't let me go in this special sky car thing, crane, whatever you call it, sky, whatever it's called. They wouldn't let me do it because I didn't eat the cantaloupe. So that's why for 5 years I didn't eat any cantaloupe until, I was right here and I ate some. I cried because it was a scar. So you just don't, if you have an autistic person, which it seems like everybody's autistic when they play Team Fortress 2, almost every time. I'm like, I don't believe that. That's impossible. How can you be, the odds of being like me are like rare. You can't, if you're autistic, the odds of being not, is being high functioning like me is rare, and they don't sound autistic. I know. Of course, it's really hard, but it won't matter because why is there so many? I mean, I guess maybe it's just I'm not the only one that plays games when when I'm autistic. I know I'm autistic for real. I don't believe those. If they are, then by all meanings. My voice possibly would sound as well as annoying, which people say, and of course, kick me off the server by my voice. It's ridiculous. It's unworthy. I know I have a high voice a lot sometimes. That's because I was born like that. It's not because of voice changer. It's just me. I'm Wade. I can't change that unless you can't. I mean, the only way to do it. There's no way that I know that you can change your voice. I mean, eventually it will go away, but I have, in my family, someone has a highest voice. I think it's my grandpa, and he has the highest voice. My mom says he sounds like a gay person But he's not. He's just, he's my only one. His name's Michael, but obviously that's my dad's name. I don't care if I don't. Yeah, really. I mean, yeah, that'd be just ridiculous because dad, he deleted his channel. Like he changed as soon, I came around. He like stopped everything, and my mom tells me these stories that my dad was very different until I came out. He wasn't as jealous as, of course, my mom's ex-husband, Jan. If Jan's listening to this, I'm sorry. But yeah. Wow. I never seen him. My mom last seen him a long time ago. And yeah. I bet you have a question. Have I dated girls before? Yes, I have. 2. One didn't went well because I was young and I rejected it because I don't know, but that made her actually do nasty stuff. I wish I should have said that. If I was with her, she would be safe because I'm not like one of those people that just, oh my God. Oh my God. Ugh, this makes me just angry at myself and then of course I went to the, what is it called? What is it called? Why am I saying shrine? Why am I saying that? Prime? What? No. Well, oh my God, I can't remember it. Prom. Going to the prom. That's my other quote unquote not successfully girlfriend. I didn't want her anyways, but she asked for me and I decided, but it really didn't matter. I seen a lot of girls that actually liked me and but then of course there were too many of them, so I decided not to engage because that would be basically, I don't want them to think that I'm living on one person and that would just make everyone jealous, and I don't want to end up like that because they're gonna point fingers at things, and so I just don't want to interact with that because if there's other girls around, that means they're going to be jealous of the person that I'm loved with. I have tried to, but because of school and that stuff, which is all over because I'm already graduated, and this damn coronavirus came around and start messing with my job. I'm still sort of in school. Oh, I'm like, why is there a dog without a leash? Okay. About the, what am I talking about? So let's see. No, what am I talking about? No. Oh my God. What is wrong with my brain? Technical difficulties. Oh my God, my brain is not working. If I just stop thinking about my brain, maybe I'll. So Minecraft, Twitter, okay, and what was that noise? All right, so yeah, I do know how to use OBS, but because I'm asking for help with the lag, I already know how to use it. It's simple, but I just need help. The problem, if it's just me and not you or Aunt Venom, because he uses OBS, but I want to. What am I saying? Hey, enough with the explosions. Technical difficulties again. Don't mind the fake fireworks in the background. If you hear that, then that's just because they're testing their fireworks. I do like it, but it just annoys me. Not because I don't like fireworks. This is because it's like unnecessary, but I understand that over there it has like a big firework party. But yeah, where is a good place to look at the fireworks? Is the tallest hill is the highest hill in St. Clair County, and it's uh yeah, it's a big mountain. You can see Scott Air Force Base. By the way, if you know about Scott Air Force Base, that's because I live near there. Not as near as we would think. But the reason why, well, it's because, well, obviously, that's why I became a, well, I'll give you a true story. This actually happened in real life. And it seemed to be like, if you're a hoax thinking the moon landing was fake, I don't, who are you anyways? Are you like a person? Okay. I wasn't born yet because this was years ago. So my other grandpa, Chester, he worked for the Air Force as a mechanic. But I don't know where they were, but in a coffee shop. And Buzz Aldrin, the Buzz Aldrin guy that was on Apollo 11, Buzz Aldrin went up and they had a talk, or coffee, whatever, tea, whatever it was, and they had a private talk. So you have a person that knows about rockets or landing on the moon, but it was only Neil Armstrong, because Neil Armstrong was the badass pilot that basically piloted manually. Buzz Aldrin was just the co-pilot and, of course, I guess engineer. I'm saying it wrong, basically. Piloted down on the surface. That's why Soldier says the Eagle has landed. Yeah, that's, but, they had a talk about, this and that. And that's like Buzz Aldrin. I mean, this is real life. I mean, my family actually met these, people. It's just, wow, that's just, you can't even imagine that. That's just rare opportunity of something that simple. If you don't believe me, then just, yeah, you don't, trusting people is very hard. So yeah. And they had, tea, whatever it was. What am I saying again? Ugh, my brain is acting up again. Sometimes it looks like I'm talking to myself. That's exactly what I do. I call it practicing, but still, when you're an only child, it's possible if a person has an imaginary friend. I mean, I have a full family of imaginary friends. You have Mick, Jick, which are brothers. Now, Mick and Jick, you probably never hear me about them, but they actually, I don't know what they would look like, but they were born on 2004, somewhere around there. So that means they're younger. And I had their day, and then you have Wheezy and Rose, and those are two females of the sisters. One of them is a brat. One of them is okay. Mick always uses TNT. He loves explosions. Jick is the one that always he's just a man. He just, Then we have the parent, which is Larry. Not from SCP, but Larry, he was born in 1975. And then you got Laura, which she was born like 76. And their house is big. It's big, and they have a chicken coop. And when I'm there, they're all with Mick and Jake always laughs at me. We always have so much fun, but they've been gone for a while. And it seems like I feel like I'm actually saying they're actually real people, but they're actually not. But I made this because I had this for a while. Mick and Jake, they were basically these things that just talk normally. Yeah, think about it like a sock puppet or something. That's just ridiculous. It's not like Caillou from Go Anime or Vion, type of characters. It's the same thing. I updated it more, but Wheezy and Rose are the same. But they do age over time, so they're just a bit younger than me. because over time, you get time, and so they were, yeah. There's this old man, and his name is Old Long Johnson, and he is a evil man that is very aggressive to his property. He has a cane, and he always hits us with his cane, and he's so mean. He's very offensive to whatever happens. He's very defensive, and he's an old man, and that's what you do. Why am I talking about this? Well, that's just one. I mean, yeah, it kind of would be a good something, but if Mick and Jack was actually a show or something, I mean, I would have to make their characters, which maybe could be like Shakespeare characters or something, but no, that's not like that. No. Okay, so Kerbal Space Program has going to have an update on the 1st of next month. I think it's July. Sorry, I'm really bad at months. June, July, okay. Yeah, so 27, 28, 29, 30. So it's Saturday, 27th of June 2020. And that would be, so there would be an update. And of course, I could give you the link of, never mind, I won't. Of Kerbal, of the Mercury mission that ESA launched, which, I mean, I like new parts for Kerbal. Because, why not? Because new parts, even though that is just from ESA, there's like a new experiment called a magnetometer, which I would love to use. I would love to have new experiments. New props. I wish there was a new planet, because, they should add an atmosphere for Moho. Maybe they would. Maybe they're planning, because if they're doing that, they should make Moho realistic. But I guess it is easier. For the longest time, Kerbal is actually run by Unity, but Kerbal was not from Unity. It was Squad that made it, and when it went to Unity, it's still the same, but it basically made things change. Like the resolution was better, the texture of the planets were like HD. I mean, it's amazing. It looks like you have a mod, and they did a really good job. They made that, like, you see the terrain, they don't loop. So I get a game or something to have this texture that's like, you can see that it's like you see, just for example, there is a stone, and that stone is another stone. So it's like a square, but they're matching each other to look like they're nice square of a strip. But with that, I don't know what they use, but it uses makes it more smoother, probably a very tiny amount of boxes to make as high resolution as possible. And it looks like it's more natural instead of just that, loop. But it doesn't show the Unity sign, which, Minecraft just really changed its things. If you don't know what Unity engine is, it's basically an engine. Just like if you're saying Source engine from Half-Life, which I think it's completely different than Half-Life Source engine, which the Source engine has lack of depth. Although it does have, the new Source from, that, it had like reflection, but it still is a decent game. However, the sounds are like basically basic sounds. But when I learned of a video I saw a video on YouTube called it was behind the scenes of a video game that was made for Markiplier. And it taught me a lot of how to get sounds. I bet it would be impossible to basically record something. I mean, would be more, but I learned that I can understand they don't use real sounds is because it would be more harder to find a real sound than rather having it built into the system. But I always wanted to use real sounds, which real sounds need to have, well, you got to have, if you have, the source engine has echoing and you got the room. So if you have a room, it makes it
You
echo.
don't have any notifications.
Oh, it scared me. Oh, she scared me. I thought that was my mom for a moment. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, she's stupid. Oh, girl. You sound like you're a pedophile. Shut up, Wade. You're gonna get yourself banned. Okay. Okay. You made me interrupt you, lady. Robot lady, girl, whatever you focus, Wade. Your autism is angry. Okay, all right. What was I thinking? Okay, that really scared me. I'm so sorry. I lost track. Blame it on her. I wonder if there's a male voice for it, but I'm a male and not a female. I guess that would matter. To be have a companionship. You know, if you have a wife or a girlfriend, I'm proud of you. Unless if you're female, if you have a male, then that's good because I keep forgetting that. Yeah. But if you were two guys, and if you're friends, all right. If you're friends, that's okay. Just friends, you know. But if you're like loving each other, I don't. No, that's just like wrong. No, wrong in any way. It was funny at the first part, but it's not getting funny at the second, especially. Oh my god, it's just getting out of hand. Which, yeah, if you're gay, then I'm sorry. I can't stand you. Or you could just keep it to yourself. Don't go out there and say I'm gay. Don't do that. That's just wrong. Just keep it to yourself. All right? I don't mind. I rather you just don't say it out loud. That would be better instead of just, well, that would minimize people. It's to have it. It's not religion, so it's not in the Constitution. If it was, I would have a different story. But it's not a religion. It is not a hobby. Definitely not one. It's a tradition, I should say. I'm probably saying it wrong. But don't have it out there. It's like a clan or something. It's just like, what? Why? Ugh. I mean, if you were like, if there's a friend and you haven't seen them in a long time, just hug them. Don't kiss them. Just hug them. Say, oh man, I missed you. You've been like gone for like years. How long are you like, okay, man? You know, if you're like really close, you know, it's like, you know, a friend from college or something like that. Or something that you had. Um, yeah, I mean, don't go marry or saying, oh, we have the pride, we have this. The rainbow flag is used for a spectrum of colors for children, not for pride. It is for something to show us what we see. The colors of the rainbow is all of the spectrum of colors. It is designed to look of how many colors we can see. Other animals can't see. Well, dogs sort of and cats, they're kind of a blurry, but of course I learned that turtles or sea turtles can see we can't see. So they're the only ones that can see what we can't see. They see a different color than we can. We know infrared, we know x-rays. We have an x-ray telescope, which the Sandra, we can see visible light. We can see, you know, ultraviolet. Yes, that's what the rainbow is for, to demonstrate that we can see. And the colors are designed to look at gases. Each color represents a gas particle. Well, I should say a spectrum of colors to show you what gases. I think nitrogen is, I don't know what it is, but there's these black lines to show you. It's like a code of what the atom is. That's what it's for. We use those for testing atmospheres on Mars. Well, back in the day, but now we use a barometer, or I should say, yeah, to take the gases and analyze it. But what I learned is you have to have it in a non-oxygen environment or somewhere that is the opposite of the atmosphere, or else it's just going to not read it, because that actually happened in on well somewhere around the Brazil or somewhere around there, or Mexico, that there was this gas smell, and I think it was methane, because methane, yeah, methane is, there was like this gas of methane was on the floor, and it was, there was it was a shoe store, and it when the when there was a spark, it fired up, and the pressure of all that gas lifted the, no, there was no fire at the outside. It like, it's just like it was a blow of a candle, like pressure build it up, and just like everything, all the concrete was just exploded. It like, I mean, the whole thing just like exploded. And before, the people that were responsible for the gas, they used the device in, they turned it on and opened the package in the environment that they're supposed to put it in, the non-environment that has the same gases, so it can detect properly. But they were detecting, it said there was no gases of any kind because it already detected it, and it's designed to detect that gases. And they do the other way around, because you have to opening up. I bet they probably, about this day or something, maybe they could do that, but I'm not a person that knows about engineering, a person that knows about technology or how it works. But a barometer is very useful. Like if you go to Mars, you're gonna see carbon dioxide, and you got carbon dioxide, and you're just like, there's no nitrogen. I mean, there is, but there's just a tiny bit. It's impossible. If you don't have any nitrogen, you're not going to have any plants, which, I mean, if you have nitrogen, then your plants are going to be happy, because nitrogen is the soil. Nitrogen is is a really good source of keeping plants alive. I think moss and other stuff don't need, like, I guess mushrooms, fungus, but I guess fungus would, well, they don't, well, I guess radiation would just damage everything, because go to Mars, you get cancer. Well, not exactly like immediately, but and you're thinking about, oh, but what about dust storms that blow? No, dust storms do not blow that hard. As Chris Hadfield said, that when he did review of The Martian, which obviously was sort of realistic until they showed up the Pathfinder lander, which when I looked it up and what it actually looked like, it made me like, I understand they probably want to make it more different for the production of the movie, but it wasn't realistic. That's not the Pathfinder I know. You have the Sergei rover. The Sergei rover, I think it was real. I don't think it had buttons on it, because it's a lander. It's designed to go by itself, and it didn't last for a long time. But it's like about this big. It's just, because it's almost the same size as the Spot Mini Boston Dynamics robot. You know, that yellow robot that has legs, and I believe it's the same size. Which I always think that it should be a rover to would have a better advantage than a normal rover wheels, or you could just use balloons, which obviously that's my idea. And fly around in the altitude of 100 feet. Yeah, That's a guess. It probably use hydrogen because hydrogen would definitely the balloon would use hydrogen for Mars Wolf Coyote. I'm probably mixing everything up, but yeah, it would fly. It would stay at the altitude because it has to be simple. Um, we'll fill it up and then go up there. But if it doesn't work for the hydrogen in this very thin atmosphere, I know that Mars has a very thin atmosphere, but not too thin, but it is thick enough to have an atmosphere, and it is thicker to burn your spacecraft in reentry. Um, However, if you play Kerbal, if you slow your spacecraft much, you can actually avoid being reentry effects. But of course, all the planets have less, well, mass or radius, but in real life, Earth is big. It's big. It's big, but obviously, Orbiter 2016 might simulate that, but yeah, Earth it is a planet that it is a very atmosphere that has, well, ozone layer that protects us from those dangerous radiation. Without this, I wouldn't even exist. You wouldn't even exist because of the radiation. If you watch the movie The Core, basically that would sort of happen if the magnetic field stopped, which what drives it, which I learned sort of a lot of that movie, even though it wasn't that famous. I've seen it on some other movie, but I found it on Netflix. I'm like, ooh, I guess I can watch it again because But however, if you know any of these movies that were involved going in the center of the Earth, or I should say half the way, I'm not talking. Saw this one, but I cannot remember the name, and I didn't see the beginning because it was halfway of the movie, and it had this ship. If you know about this movie, please contact me now because I want to know what it is. It looked like it had a laser on it, which of course, but it wasn't that laser from the core that spin around. It had this looked like a pencil. When you have a pencil and when your eraser runs out and you have an eraser, it has that weird thing, it looks like this. And it looked like that. The laser was like this, and it had little fins that opened up, and it was this lava pit on the bottom, and it was like this, and it went down into the lava pit. But it's been a long time since I've seen it, and it was something involved there, and it was like Journey to the Center of the Earth. But I tried looking it up on on websites, and then there's this other movie that's a mystery, and it's an earthquake one, and I don't know what it was called, but maybe it could have been a episode but I think it was in a subway, and it was about I remember there was a child, and the child got hit by these bricks. There was an earthquake, and the child got killed by the bricks from a chimney. And he had pajamas on, and there is a next scene that there was a train or subway train, and there was an earthquake, and it was like slam, 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 and I can't remember the rest, but there was this big wall or something. I mean, it's been a long time, and I would like to see them again because I don't know like what's the name and because it was so mysterious. And I wanted to see the beginning of the movies, but for the longest time, I can't find them for years. I think I found it in 2008 or somewhere around there, maybe older than that, but it was a long time ago, a really long time ago. And if you have any ideas, just find it in 2007 or '08 or somewhere around there. Don't probably find it on like 2010, but somewhere around that range of date because I was at that time. So it can't be above that, or else that would break the timeline of me. But don't understand those two mystery movies. And I tried searching Journey to the Center of the Earth, but what comes up is, those ones. I don't know if was a temporary movie or something, or what was that? Was that like a lightning bug? But still, it was very, I can't remember. So that's why for the longest time I tried searching for it, and I still cannot find those two movies that involves an earthquake or journeys of the earth. I can't remember, and it just frustrates me that I don't know the name. And obviously, this is, I just wish there was like a robot or something that can actually analyze what I'm saying, and then it would actually tell me, giving a sense of what looks familiar. And if I find it, then I'll be happy because, I want to see them again because I want to get my head refreshed. If it is, but yeah. Oh man, I cannot remember what it was. But if you have any ideas what it was, then please let me know because I really would love to know what it was. Um, all right, I'm actually, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Bye.